EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7th. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
93, 52, 93. Stop!
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton gets it to his running back, Bernard. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
2 by 2. Move!
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And Dalton to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage. Finally an incompletion. He was 5 of 5 before that last throw to start this game.
So he is human. All right, so we found out after the way he began, okay, he can have an incompletion here or there, but I love what they've done right from the word.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackled by Jordan Willis. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time...
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man. Dre Kirkpatrick.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. We're good.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Watch left! Watch left!
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Watch out, watch out.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Ingram. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
On the ready. 57. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
57's the mic. Rock 57. Let's go, D.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Out of bounds at the 29-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Check 41. Watch the slant.
We're good.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Hands up. Lead. Regular. Here we go. 5.
To throw on 3rd down. Dalton got his man complete over the middle. It's Ross. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did.
Turnover on down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the third time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses. And excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Stick out 368.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Andy Dalton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, had some blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
To try again after the sack. Dalton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And that will be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Throwing again on second down. Jackson, that's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The sack by Jordan Willis.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Check 48 to Mike.
Watch the pass. Move.
48.
On third down, Dalton. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that makes it 14-10. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw again on second down. Jackson flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
65, 65, 65.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Don't take. Smith. Check the backer. 57 to Mike. Mike 57. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Pick the edge. Pick the edge. Come.
Now Jackson on first down. Escape. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Throwing is Jackson. Going to look deep for Jeffrey. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Buying time to his left. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's fourth. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Well, that right there is the definition of flipping the field.
Trainer. Only reason I say that, you know he's going to need a little oxygen after that one. But what a scintillating run and how much.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On third down, Mixon. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And a Bengal first down.
On first down, Bernard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
On second down, it's Hill. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And down right around the 37. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. On second down, it's Hill. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Let's get it.
On third down. Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Throwing. Dalton. Caught. Eifert over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Bengals.
Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Check 37. Under 10.
Mixon with a first down carry. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Cincinnati.
Back now in Baltimore. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Back now in Baltimore. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Dalton over the middle, complete. That's Ross. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of 12.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Andy Dalton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the toss, Bernard. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll run again with Bernard. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll go with a keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll try and sneak it here. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
2-2. Move. Regular. Hey, 2.
They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drop.
Alshon Jeffrey. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey. His third touchdown now on the year, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson, and it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line. Just across the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
56, right there, 56.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Bang, bang! Bang, bang! Look, 64, quick!
Check safety.
Hustle.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. They go play action now. Jackson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
41 to Mike. Check 48. Exit.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yeah. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
41's coming.
Regular.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson's going to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Tucker missed it left. Normally reliable, this time no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for Baltimore, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half.